Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to Inspirations for Your Life. I'm glad you decided to join me here today on the show. It is so great to be with everybody here. And if this is your very first time here, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you. And I want to say the words welcome. If you've been here one time, five times, 10, 100, or maybe even more, I'd like to say welcome and thank you. But I also want to say the words welcome back because you really are welcome here. I have a delicious cup of hot decaf tea. Good, very refreshing. Okay, so let's kick this show off. All right, don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com once the show is over. This is Inspirations for Your Life, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know that, and the Master Weekly topic is Series 5, Show 32 Build a Life That Truly Matters. And today's granular topic is how to stay strong during difficult times, Series 5, Show 32, Episode 4. Welcome, everyone, to Inspirations for Your Life. I am John C. Morley, a serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, a graduate student at Montclair State University, a passionate lifelong learner, and now so grateful, ladies and gentlemen, to be a published author. Yes, very, very grateful for that opportunity and to have all you guys here and just listening and being able to soak up all this great knowledge and become, like I said, better versions of ourselves. I think that's really the key that's there. So let's dig right into the show, shall we? Life, ladies and gentlemen, isn't measured by the number of challenges we avoid. It's measured by how we respond when those challenges arrive. Every one of us will experience some disappointments, uncertainties, setbacks, and moments when it feels like the road ahead is harder than what we initially expected. Those moments don't have to define us. In fact, they often become the very experiences that shape our strength, our character, and our future. Today, I'm going to explore 30 principles that will help you remain strong during life's most difficult seasons and continue to build a life that truly matters. And I think that is one of the most important things I can share with you guys. Number one, challenges build strength. Every challenge you overcome leaves you stronger than before. Difficult moments stretch your abilities and prepare you for opportunities you couldn't handle yesterday. Number two, stay calm, everyone. When life becomes overwhelming, your greatest advantage and asset is a calm mind. Clear thinking leads to better decisions than emotional reactions. Number three, focus on solutions. Problems deserve attention, but solutions deserve your energy. Ask yourself what you can do instead of dwelling on what already happened. Number four, guys, keep perspective. One difficult day doesn't mean you'll have a difficult life. Remember that life circumstances are only one chapter, not the entire book or the complete story. Number five, please don't quit. The temptation to give up often appears just before meaningful progress. Stay committed to your goals, even when the journey becomes, well, difficult. Number six, learn from adversity. Don't turn away from that. Every setback contains lessons that success alone could never teach you. Look for the wisdom hidden inside the struggle because it is there if you look deep enough. Number seven, please build resilience. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship. Nope. It's about learning how to recover, adapt, and continue moving forward with confidence. Number eight, stay hopeful. I know that seems hard for a lot of people, but if you stay hopeful, your life will change sooner than you actually imagine. So I think that's a very important thing to realize is you have more power than you think. Stay hopeful. Hope allows us all to believe that better days are ahead, even when you can't see them yet. Having blind faith, basically. Never underestimate the power of hope. It's very powerful. Number nine, protect your mindset. What you allow or choose to allow into your mind influences how you respond to life's setbacks and challenges. Feed your mind with encouragement, learning, and positive influences. And I think when we do that once or twice, it's like, oh my gosh, I actually get this. This makes so much sense to me. Yeah, I get it. Number 10, please keep believing. Believe in your ability to overcome obstacles. Confidence grows every time you refuse to let circumstances control your future. Number 11, stay patient. Growth takes time, healing takes time, progress takes time. Give yourself permission to move forward one step at a time. So take your time. Number 12, choose courage, guys. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's making the decision to move forward despite it. Number 13, adapt quickly. You see, life changes, and successful people learn to adjust, to adapt without losing sight of their purpose. They're like a chameleon, they blend into their environment. Flexibility is one of life's greatest strengths. So why don't we learn how to use it and what we can do with it? I think that's a very key thing. And when we learn that, our life has so much potential, but we have to first figure out like what it is and how do we embrace that? And it can be so hard for a lot of people, right? So very difficult for a lot of people. And I'm going to tell you that that's something that a lot of people, again, just don't really understand. Um, they don't understand what's happening or why things are happening. Okay. I think the most important thing I want to tell you is that you can make so much difference in your life and others when you embrace it. Number 14, guys, keep improving. Even during the difficult seasons, continue learning and growing, whether it's raining, whether the snow is out there, whether the sun is out there. You need to do it anyway. So we need to operate not on feelings and emotions. We need to be operating our principles of life on discipline because motivation does fade, guys. Small improvements today will prepare you for greater opportunities tomorrow. I think a lot of people today don't realize that, what you're doing today is setting the future for tomorrow. That's probably one of the biggest things that I can tell you. And if you respect that, you're going to grow so very much. Okay. So very much more than maybe you actually imagined. But this growth does not happen overnight, guys. It takes actual time when you can decide, what you want to do or why you're going to do something. I think that's an important thing for a lot of people to understand, like, why does that happen or how does that happen? And I know a lot of you are saying to me, John, I've been there, I've done that, but it hasn't worked. And the reason it hasn't worked is because you've been so much into like what you're trying to do and you're not into the real concept of it. That's probably the most important thing I can tell you. And it's something that you have the ability to do if you can be all you want to be. But that doesn't happen overnight, guys. You have to first embrace the truth. You have to embrace the core. Okay. You have to stay strong. I'm not going to tell you staying strong is easy because sometimes you got to put the hard time in, right? And that's important, guys. Okay. A lot of people don't get it. They don't get it because what's happening is people, are so into the WIIFU, what's in it for you? Not as much. No, they're into WIIFM. What's in it for me? Interesting, right? Crazy, though, how people act. And I'll tell you that you can make a difference. The difference comes from your ability to recognize that you can make a change. Okay. You can make the change if you want to make the change. I'm not saying, again, it's going to be easy for you, but I'm saying that you can actually do this every day of your life if you embrace it. If you embrace it, then people will realize that there is more to life than just what appears on, let's say, the surface. I think that's an important thing that, again, a lot of people will say, well, I don't know if I can do that. And the reason people say that is because they're doing something that's not true to who they are. I think that's probably one of the most important things. Is they're not being true to who they are. Okay. They're not being true to who they are. And so, what does this really mean? It means that you can make a big difference in your life and others' lives. Okay. But sometimes it's trying to figure out like why things are working. And then you can decide, do I want to make a change or not? Or do I want to do something else? I think that's something that many people have to realize. It takes time, but you can grow. You really can grow. Number 15, guys, don't be afraid to ask for help. Seeking guidance isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. Strong people understand they don't have to face every challenge alone. Number 16, encourage others. One of the most powerful things you can do during your own difficult season is this: encourage someone else. Your words may become the hope another person needs. And the process, you'll often strengthen yourself as well. So why not give that a try? There's going to be naysayers out there, and let's be completely honest about it. But you can do more than you think if you just apply yourself. If you apply yourself. If you don't apply yourself, then you're just going to be back in the same old place you were before, right? You're back in the same place you were before. I think if you understand some things, maybe you'll realize some stuff. But you won't get this overnight. And I'll tell you that maybe you're going to say to me, John, we don't need to do this. But I'm here to tell you that you're not doing this because you have to. You're doing it because you want to. And I'll tell you this. I'll tell you, if you keep showing up in life and you keep coming back, the people that show up are going to win. So keep showing up. People won't like it when you show up because they're going to realize that they're not being authentic. And with you being around, you're actually going to expose the fact that they're not authentic. Not directly, but indirectly you are, because it's going to cause them to realize that they're just being a phony. Number 17, stay disciplined, folks. Difficult times can tempt you to abandon good habits. Discipline keeps you moving forward when motivation disappears. Stay committed to the routines that help you grow, not the ones that are going to put you on a pedestal, not the ones that are going to get you a pat on the back or even get you a reward. The ones that are going to help you grow. That's the key, guys. That's really the key. The key that many people don't want to share or even see. Why do I say that? I say that because people just, they go through this different, like, transformation. One that maybe isn't even that great, but one that maybe is going to get you to see that you actually have so much potential in your life. So much potential. And I know, ladies and gentlemen, that you can be all you want to be if you keep showing up, if you're authentic, and if you realize that our first mission in life is to help others. Yes, we have to take care of ourselves, but we do want to help others. Number 18, please focus on progress. Don't measure your success by how fast you're moving. Measure by the intentional fact that you are still moving. You see, every small step forward is proof that you're refusing to give up. And that is probably one of the most priceless things in the world. So I don't care what people are telling you, saying, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. You're showing up. And because you're showing up, you can make a very, very big difference. Okay? A very, very big difference, a difference that can change your whole life. I will tell you that most people will try to get you to drop your core and get people to gravitate to them. But that's being selfish. Being selfish. Ladies and gentlemen, never ever stop learning. I know everybody say, well, gee, I finished high school. I finished college. I'm done. So many people I talk to say, I'm done with learning. I'm not. I'm going to learn my whole life. I love learning. I'm back for another master's and I'm back for my PhD. And this is an amazing experience. Every challenge has something to teach you. I want you to please stay open to new ideas, better strategies, and valuable lessons that will prepare you for the future. Now, the future will not only help you, but the future will help others. Okay. And if it helps others, you're actually going to feel good too. Okay. If you realize that concept, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I just made like this huge change. And it's going to come to you as, I'm going to say, an inspiration. It'll come to you as a minor epiphany. You're not going to think of it as much because the fact that you're getting control over your life and the fact that you can stay strong, that's powerful. Number 20, guys, every setback teaches. Failure doesn't have to become your identity. Some people will say you're a failure, but you're not. It can become your education. Every setback leaves behind knowledge that can help you make wiser decisions and choices next time. Maybe you don't have everything you need for this time, but that's okay. If you could just grow a little bit each day, I think that is the piece that so many people out there be like, oh, wow, I grew. And you don't grow to impress people. You grow so you can become a better version of yourself. I want to think about this like the turtle, right? When a turtle outgrows its shell, it leaves its shell. So let's talk about that for a moment. So what happens and how does a turtle outgrow its shell? Well, let's think about this for just a minute, okay? So a turtle does not technically outgrow its shell in the way a human outgrows clothing because the shell is basically living, integral part of the turtle's skeleton. Fused to its spine and ribs, the shell grows proportionally with the rest of the body, expanding as the turtle ages. However, turtles do outgrow the outer dead layer of their shell, leading to a process called shedding or flaking, while the underlying bony structure expands. So, the internal living bone, the shell itself, grows along the jagged edges where the plates meet, similar to how a human skull expands during growth. The scute shedding or aquatic turtles, the bony shell is covered by the keratin plates called the scutes. As the turtle grows, these scutes become too tight. New, larger scutes grow beneath the old ones, causing the old scutes to shed or peel away, often revealing brighter color underneath. Now, instead of shedding their outer scutes, tortoises often grow new rings of keratin around the edges of existing scutes, often leading to a primating or raised appearance. So, this is pretty important. When we say we've outgrown something, we basically have not kept up with learning. And what we've learned now does not come close to what we need to move forward. So we either stall or we go backwards because we don't have enough knowledge. Number 21, please keep your purpose. When life becomes difficult, and it will, it's easy to lose sight of why you started. Remember your purpose. It will give you the strength to keep moving even when circumstances become uncertain. In other words, know your core values. Now, you might be younger and saying, John, I don't know my core values, or I've had them and they change. They'll generally change till you get into maybe, I'm going to say, maybe the end of your college years or just after graduating college. Then you'll be very certain by that time of what your true core values are and what you want to live from and be. Number 22, stay determined. Determination is choosing to continue even when the path becomes difficult. Many people quit too soon. Stay committed because persistence often separates success from disappointment. Number 23, believe in tomorrow. Okay. Today's struggles don't determine tomorrow's possibilities. Better days are built by counting and continuing to believe that your efforts will eventually produce results because they will. Number 24, growth follows struggle. Very few people today grow during comfortable seasons. Growth usually comes through challenges that stretch your thinking, strengthen your character, and expand your abilities. Number 25, guys, whatever you do, don't stop, keep moving. Don't allow disappointment to stop your progress. Even one small step forward keeps you moving toward a better future. Reading one more book, watching one more podcast, um, reading one more article, all can help contribute to this. Number 26, build confidence your whole life. Confidence grows every time you overcome something you once believed was impossible. Every challenge you conquer reminds you that you're stronger, that you realized there's a difference to be made. Number 27, guys, stay intentional. Choose your response carefully. You may not control every circumstance, but you have the ability to decide how you'll respond to it. Number 28, your attitude matters. A positive attitude won't eliminate every challenge, but it will influence how you approach every challenge. Your mindset often determines whether obstacles become roadblocks or stepping stones. Number 29, strong people keep growing. Strength isn't measured by never struggling, it's measured by continuing to learn, improve, and move forward regardless of life's circumstances. That's a hard one for a lot of people to swallow. Number 30, guys, resilience creates success. Success isn't reserved for people who never fail. Nope. It's earned by those who continue getting back up, learning from every experience, and refusing to let adversity have the final word. Okay. Many people want you to give up in life. Don't believe them. Don't follow them. I want to get ready to close the show out today. You see, ladies and gentlemen, life will always include moments that are unfortunately going to test your patience, your confidence, your determination, your will, right? Your stamina, your passion, your beliefs, your integrity. Those moments aren't meant to stop you. They're opportunities to discover strengths you never knew you had. Every challenge you overcome builds resilience. Every lesson you learn makes you wiser, and every step forward brings you closer to becoming the person you're capable of becoming. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, difficult seasons are temporary, but the character you build while overcoming them can last a lifetime. I invite you, ladies and gentlemen, to please stay hopeful, to stay disciplined, to keep learning, and never lose sight of your core values and purpose. The strongest people aren't those who have easy lives. They are the ones who keep moving forward with courage, resilience, and faith in a better tomorrow. I thank you so much for joining me for another amazing episode of Inspirations for Your Life. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and please do check out believemeachieve.com. And remember, it's you and your mind that creates the path that you'll continue on. Have a great one. I'll catch you real soon, everyone. Be well.